Hi Soul Family, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Today I want to talk about something very important because it took me a very long time and I learned it the hard way. So I want to prevent you from falling into these potholes, common traps in a fake apology. Now you do know, don't you, that a genuine apology comes in 3 parts. It's not just sorry. The first part should be I'm sorry, which is the apology itself. The second part is acknowledgement of the wrongdoing. Like, I am sorry for doing such and such, and I know it was wrong. I know it hurt you, and I'm sorry about that. But that's not all. Number 3, what can I do to make amends? What can I do to make things better? Tell me. If it doesn't come in these 3 parts, then the apology is BS, and it's a form of future faking. Now, future faking is just to pacify you for that moment so that they appear to be a good person. They apologize, but they are letting themselves off the hook because they're not taking any accountability. Now, what kind of apology is it if they don't take accountability, if they don't really admit the wrongdoing and offer to make amends in tangible, real terms? It's very likely that they're going to do it again and again, and then they'll apologize again and again because it's easy, it's cheap, it's worthless, it's easy for them. Now, here are some apologies that you shouldn't accept because they're not genuine. Number 1 is future faking. Future faking is, I find, very interesting because a lot of people fall for it. They're nice, flowery words to pacify you for that moment. But the words are actually empty. They sound nice, but they don't actually contain an action plan. They're things like, I promise I'll be better and I'll try harder. But what is the action plan? What are they actually going to do in real terms? If there's no action plan, then things will just go back to how it was before. How can things change? Now, you can nag and nag and nag, but that's just enabling them to keep dragging their feet. The second fake apology is, I didn't know. This also lets them escape accountability because now, the first and second time, maybe they really didn't know. But if you've known a person long enough and they keep on saying, I didn't know, then that's a red flag because they don't want to know. It's a convenient excuse. And your reply should be, well, learn. See how they respond to that. Look for micro expressions of annoyance or signs of irritation that you dare challenge them. They can respond in 3 ways. They can show slight irritation and then quickly correct their behavior, which is still a red flag, or they could just burst into a temper because, you dared tell them to learn and you didn't just forgive them instantly. Now, the third response could be an aha moment in their eyes and they think for a moment and they think, oh, okay, fair enough. Passing the buck. Oh, so-and-so did this and that, and I had to, do that and the other. And they're just passing the buck onto you. Now, if you're like them, you're going to pass the buck to some poor bugger. But if you're nothing like them, the buck ends at you and you're left with a problem that's not yours to begin with. And without an apology, this person is the forever victim and nothing is their fault. So they keep on escaping accountability and they're very likely to repeat the offense. When nothing changes after that, there is no action plan and things just go back to normal. And this is because you're giving them too many chances. They don't have to make amends and they don't have to change anything. I know you already know this, but here's the thing. We forget sometimes. We give people far too many chances. If someone is not sincere in their apology, then even giving them one chance is one chance too many. One chance. That's all you should give anyone. Because if they genuinely care for you, you don't have to nag them. You don't have to say, okay, what's your plan after this? What are you going to do? You don't have to. When their apology is sincere, they have the intention to make amends. They have the intention to make small changes. I'm not saying that people should make big changes for someone else. No, that's not the point. I mean, if your differences are too much, there's just part ways. But I'm talking about the tiny little compromises that people make for each other. And that's very important. If they have the intention to do that, they will. They will come up with a plan and they will tell them, okay, here's what I'm going to do. What do you think? And then there's discussion after that. And then there's an agreement. And then there's some kind of a timeline. Yeah? I don't want to be rigid and strict about this, but when someone has good intention, they won't mind that you're suggesting a plan and a timeline because they respect you. When someone doesn't care about you, they'll give half-baked apologies and excuses like the ones I mentioned earlier. They actually have no intention of putting anything into action. They're just flowery, empty words. Now, those people, you can just cut off because you know why? If they made a mistake and they actually care about you, they will come back. They will come back without you having to say a thing. When you respect yourself enough, when you respect and love yourself enough to show people how you want to be treated, meaning cut them off if they don't treat you well, they will come back. They will have learned how to treat you better. If they don't come back, well, you have the answer. They're not worth your while. At the end of the day, the best form of apology is not something that you expect from others. The best form of apology is to forgive. Forgive, forget, move on. You see, if you don't do that and you keep hoping for an apology, you are giving your power away to them. Your feelings, your happiness and peace of mind are at their mercy. You're their hostage. Why do that? It'll make you feel worse. You're giving your power away to people who don't deserve it in the first place. So just forgive and forget, but move on. Do watch my previous episode titled, 6 Tips to Shift Your Reality and Timeline. It'll guide you on how to handle people who you will never get a genuine apology from and who will never give you closure. Unfortunately, most people were trained since childhood to chase love and acceptance. And this habit continued until adulthood. Break the habit. Break it. Stop trying so hard for people who don't deserve you. You're giving your best to people who don't deserve you. Know who that you're giving your best to. This is not being judgmental. It's being discerning. It's not selfish. It's loving yourself enough to know who to give your best to and who not to. I mean, come on, there are 8 billion people on this earth. You know, find yourself some nice people out of those 8 billion. There's no shortage of nice people around, you know. Don't let them go to waste. So this is what I have for you today. I hope you found some value in it. If you did, please subscribe and like. I just want to share as widely as possible because it's not about monetizing or anything like that. It's just about sharing with people who need the help and support in this very challenging journey of the soul. So yeah, please share it, like and subscribe. In the meantime, you take care and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.